Aloha! Aloha! Caila and Carla here. Welcome back to our channel, Pleasing Nature Works, where we have fun with art. And today that means we're going to be doing some more digital art. Valentine's Day is coming up, and we're both single, so we thought it might be fun if we created each other's blind dates. Of course, that means neither of us will know what the other is painting until the reveal. To do this, we found this cool character generator, which we'll link in the description below. Alrighty, Carla, that means you gotta leave the room so I can see who I'll be making for you.
Oh dear.
Ooh, this is gonna be good. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna get here. Alright. I got a Chester Conrad. He's 23 years old. That's perfect age, actually. Okay, he's got white skin. He's got an unstable feel about him. Droopy hazel eyes. Oh no. Oh, this is looking like it's turning out to be a real blind date. Bushy eyebrows. Medium length straight ginger hair. This is gonna be an interesting looking character, that's for sure. Alright, average size feet. I'm not sure I'm gonna do a full size. Full size obviously, but not a full body, so I'm probably just gonna do from the shoulders up just to make it easier on myself with the time restrictions we like to give each other. So it looks like I'm gonna be pretty much working with the white skin, the droopy hazel eyes, and just like the facial features in the hair, of course. Alright, looks like I've got my person. I'm just gonna generate another random one here, so when Carl comes back in, we don't have Chester Conrad sticking up on the screen. Oh, that would have been a much better one, but I've already chosen. Oh, Carla, it's time to come back in. I've got a man for ya. Okay, let's see what you did for me.
Excuse my voice. I'm getting over being sick. Yeah. You see, I started off just trying to get a human-looking person. I had some interesting features. Like, well, you can't really tell now, but one of the features that I got through the generator was an unbalanced feel.
Oh!
From this guy.
So the guy that I get is unbalanced.
Yes,
of course.
It says an unbalanced feel.
Of course.
So, in order to show that, you can see a little bit there. I made him have scoliosis.
Oh,
because I know how that feels, and it's very unbalanced.
Well, I guess that's one way of showing it.
Yeah. And so, slightly non-symmetrical features.
Ah. I like his nose.
Thanks. There was no
big
input.
Noses.
There wasn't any specific kind of input on the nose, so I just went with like a wider nose, because I know you like wide noses.
Yeah.
And it's your blind date, so if I have...
He's got pointy ears.
I didn't realize that, but I guess that's...
Reminds me of Sheldon.
Ears. Sheldon. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just putting in the hair here, and it's gonna get interesting, you'll see.
Wow.
Medium length hair. And, there's lots of different definitions of medium length hair.
It's kind of subjective, because what some people think is medium length, I think is, like, kind of short.
Yeah.
So it really just depends.
I just went with what I thought was best for the drawing.
You have a much better way of filling in the face. I really need to start doing that.
No, I'll show you how.
It's so much faster.
Well, it's not perfect. I'm still learning.
Well, yeah, but we're having fun, so. Oh my.
Yeah. Ginger hair.
Okay.
And I heard
No,
when I
I'm just
read
thinking of
that, I
Doctor
was
Who.
like, oh dear. I was worried I was gonna not be able to make the hair look realistic because I don't have a lot of experience doing ginger hair.
Well, I don't have a lot of experience drawing guys, so...
That's true. I don't have that either.
So far, I think he looks fine. He kind of reminds me of a book character, although he was a bad guy.
Well, this guy does have an unbalanced feel to him, so maybe
Well, the guy in the book was unbalanced. He's a bit crazy.
I don't think this guy is crazy. His name's Chester Conrad, by the way.
Okay.
This is Chester Conrad.
Okay. He's got a very strong jaw.
Yeah, I didn't have any input for the jaw, so
I was
really...
What did you get?
I was really trying to make it look like a male, and since I don't have a lot of experience doing that, I was like...
That's hard.
I was like, okay, dude, I have to make him have a strong jaw, otherwise I'm gonna make him look too feminine. Which, I didn't have anything saying feminine, so I had to be careful.
Does he have green or...
He has hazel eyes.
Oh.
It said in the description that he had droopy hazel eyes.
Oh, okay.
So, for me, when I was like, what is droopy eyes? I could have, and looking back on it now, I could have actually made his eyelids, like, further down, but when I looked up droopy eyes for a reference, I got a lot of, like, hooded eyes. And I was like, okay, those look kind of droopy too, so that's what I went for. I basically got that he was white. He had ginger hair, he had droopy hazel eyes, bushy eyebrows, and off the top of my head, I think an unbalanced feel to him. So
okay. All right. Well, I think you're getting it.
I took a lot of time on these eyes because I was just trying to get, like, hazel across. And it ended up being one of those things where, looking back on it now, I can see that the eyes are not symmetrical in their shape. So it's just another way that he's unbalanced. It's just another way he's unbalanced.
He definitely looks tired.
And well, okay, that's good, because he does have droopy eyes.
Yeah. And he looks kind of like... I don't know, like he needs a hug.
Well, that's perfect because you like giving hugs. And you like receiving hugs. So, you know, maybe the blind date wouldn't go so bad after all.
It depends on how unbalanced.
That's true. There are so many ways to interpret an unbalance.
Yeah. There's some really bad ways to interpret unbalanced.
Well, that's why I was like, okay... And drawing, you know, the obvious, unbalanced. Well, scoliosis, I guess, because...
That would really suck. I mean, you know from experience, that sucks.
Yeah, but there are worse things. And I was like, that one's not, you know, that one I can easily portray. At least, I thought I could easily portray it. I was struggling pretty much this whole time. I had some fun, though, playing with the different brushes this time around.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get better with texture.
Nice.
Trying to, like, balance.
I forgot to show you that one brush I was going to from the last video.
Well, I had fun looking around trying to figure out what I was going to use.
Yeah.
I was trying to balance out, like, the smooth, like, skin texture with, like, well,
some
the obvious,
lines.
like, textures that we have on our faces.
Yeah.
Hair and all that. He does definitely look troubled, doesn't he?
A little bit.
He's a bit troubled.
He's a bit troubled, but his mouth almost looks smirky.
That's what I was going for.
Well, it looks kind of smirky.
Good. I'm glad. I didn't have any input on his mouth, so I had free reign.
I really like his eyes.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they could be a little bit more green just compared to my hazel eyes.
I mean, I think they change again.
They're a little bit more brown.
I struggled.
And, like, amber. But then again, you look at my eyes sometimes and you're just like, why are your eyes amber? So
yeah.
It really just depends on what kind of hazel you're talking about, really.
That's true. There are lots of different kinds.
Yeah. I mean, I have a ring of blue around mine, so it's really weird.
That's true. I did find it funny that, you have hazel eyes and you got a guy with hazel eyes.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure that they looked somewhat human, though right now, to me, they look kind of goaty.
Oh, I see it.
Like goat eyes.
I see it. I think it's from the droop cutting off the pupil.
Probably. I struggled with that a lot. That was kind of the bane of my existence.
Goat eyes are cute. I don't know. They don't look bad.
See,
it just looks like he needs something to make sure that poof doesn't become a problem.
Poof?
That it looks like above his eyes, like
a bit
puffy.
Swollen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not happy with these eyes.
He'd almost need surgery. Well, I can see that you're changing them again.
Yeah. I was really trying. It's like I forgot how to do eyes when I was doing this, too. It was really weird. My brain was just not functioning. Though, now looking back on it, it was probably because I was getting sick.
Yeah. I mean, this was just at the beginning of your being sick.
Yeah.
I mean, you hadn't even really started being sick yet. I was already sick.
Yeah, that's true. So this is what it looks like when you're sick and drawing.
And you haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
And you're still learning.
Yeah, exactly. See, I told you, I had a lot of fun with those textures, just trying to figure out what looks good for hair.
Yeah, that one's an interesting one.
My last character almost had, clay hair.
Oh, she didn't have clay hair. Besides, she was a monster anyway. If she wanted clay hair, she could have clay hair. She's just like a weeping angel, that's all.
This guy's not a monster, it's Chester. So
Chester.
I was trying to,
That just reminds me of Fester.
Fester? Well,
it's not a bad name, but it really just reminds me of
Fester from Addams Family?
Yeah.
He's got hair.
Yeah.
Though, it kind of looks like it could be a young Fester.
His skin is really good.
His skin's good, really?
Yeah. It's got so much depth.
I think it's too blended. I think, what gets me with this guy is it almost looks like I made, a mug shot. Or, have you seen this person?
Tiny bit. You kind of expect lines to be behind him. With telling you the height.
I did the best with what I had while
but
getting sick.
He does look concerned, but kind.
Oh, good. He looked kind to you. That's
a little bit.
So if you saw him, would you be like, he's alright?
First thing I'd say, oh, freckles, nice.
Yeah, I thought that was just something I added in, because I was like, well, he's got a fair complexion, he's a ginger.
Makes sense.
He'd probably have freckles.
The first thing I would think when I saw him was, wow, his jaw's wide.
Well, here's Chester.
But that's not a bad thing.
He's a man.
Yeah, okay.
His age was 23, by the way. I didn't mention that before, but I was like, yeah, perfect. Okay. 23.
Okay.
Of course, then when I clicked to have a different character on there, was 24, and I was like, dang it, that would have been even better. But I got Chester Conrad, and here he is.
He's good. Okay, let's see what I get here. Okay, I did it 3 times. Let's see what I got. Tyrone Davenport. 5 feet tall, red skin, contemplative feel about him. Dull, angular hazel eyes. Square jaw, defined cheekbones, straight nose, and short black hair. This should be interesting. Alright, sis, you can come back in. Alright, it's my turn.
Yay!
I have to make your guy now. Oh dear.
Looks like a solid start. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to yours so far.
Somewhat a strong jaw.
Well, that's good, because he was supposed to have a square jaw.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if I managed that.
Well, it looks like that's so weird. That was a tiny mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's a little baby. baby mouth. Is there anything about the mouth on your description?
No. He's supposed to have a contemplative feel.
Oh, contemplative feel.
Yeah.
It's like almost broody without saying broody.
I'm not sure I managed that.
I like the eyebrows.
Oh, thanks.
It still has a really tiny mouth.
Yeah. I just realized that.
It's kind of like me realizing that the eyeballs were wonky on mine.
Yeah, he's supposed to have sharp eyes.
Sharp eyes?
Yeah.
That's
or
so...
angular eyes. And I was like, what the fudge?
That is a strike contrast to the droopy eyes that I got.
Yeah, and I was like, what does that even mean? So I'm not sure if I actually got that right.
Well, you said sharp or angular eyes. They look pretty angular to me.
Yeah.
Oh, those are some strong neck muscles.
Yeah, that doesn't stay.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting shirt or sweater.
Yeah, he's supposed to have a trench coat.
Oh, you paid attention to his clothes?
Yeah, and a retro look, which I had to look that up.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But I was just like, okay, trench coat and a t-shirt, sure.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm just gonna focus on the facial features. Because I was so worried I was gonna have a mutant by the end.
Well, my monster, I forgot to add clothes till the very end.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I was like, I should probably make sure this guy has clothes for this blind date.
Yeah, I would prefer that. I think I would, run the other direction if I showed up to a blind date and, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they would be, arrested. So, I wouldn't go either.
Unless you were having a blind date at the beach, which I would not suggest being the first date.
I wouldn't go to one of those beaches.
But guys are generally topless at beaches.
That's true. Well, you said... Never mind.
Well, it's not like any other part of him show.
A weird turn. I'm glad...
This is us. Of course it's taking a weird turn.
I'm glad that my blind date is clothed. Thank you for giving him clothing.
Sure. So this is supposed to have red skin.
Red skin?
Literally, it only said red skin. And I'm like, I'm not making her an alien. It would be very easy to do, but I'm not. So then I was stuck between figuring out whether or not he was supposed to be pale and just like have a lot of blush. And then I was like, just go with this. It's kind of red, sort of
he's
orange.
He's blushing and he's got like a lot of blood vessels in his face.
Yeah.
Red skin. I'm sorry. You weren't set up for a good time.
Not really.
That's how I felt with the ginger hair and droopy eyes. I was like, oh no, how am I gonna do this justice?
Yeah. And he got short hair.
Oh, that's good.
Short hair.
That's nice.
It's hard to do short hair. I know you like short hair, but it's... I don't like it.
It looks good so far. I mean, you did really good with the red skin. I probably would have given you... Well, he wasn't supposed to be... he was supposed to be a human, but he's actually not a human. It's really a blind date. He's from another planet.
Okay. Yeah, this is Tyrone Davenport.
Tyrone, interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
Davenport.
I was not expecting, when I read the name, a red face.
Red face, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a character generator for you. They throw you some wild cards.
Yeah. You want to know what's funny?
What's funny?
Yeah, it's hazel eyes too.
Yes, hazel eyes too.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be dull.
Oh, dull. Wait, he has sharp and...
Yeah, his eyes are...
angular and dull.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So pretty much I was like, how do I make someone's eyes look dull? They always look good. I mean, eyes are so...
A dull... Okay, so he's supposed to have sharp/angular dull eyes and look contemplative.
Yeah.
Whoa, you had a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a challenge and a half.
I pretty much decided I just will blur everything out in the...
Blur everything out. I kind of did something similar. You saw me do lots of blending.
The only way I can... I figured out that it was too small.
Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better.
I should have made it bigger, so...
That's okay.
He also looks like he's got girly lips.
What? That's relative.
Yeah. But to me, I was having a hard time making him look like a guy.
I think he already looks like a guy.
Well, I kept wanting to add facial hair, but then I was like, how do I do that? And plus, it's not on there.
That facial hair is hard, especially on here.
Well, especially when you're just learning.
Yeah. I didn't think to put facial hair on mine.
Yeah, I was debating doing that, and then I was just like, no, it's too hard.
Well, he looks much better than you were lamenting about him being.
Yeah, but he looks a lot younger than I feel like he's,
Well, what was his age?
22.
22? Oh my gosh.
I know, he's my age.
He's already a freaking baby for me. I'm dating I'm saying how old I am here, but 22, wow. Yours was older.
I know, and yours was younger. When I literally, okay, so the person you clicked to the generator for me not to know, I didn't know whether or not you did that.
Oh.
So I just clicked a few times, and I was
I'm sorry, I should have told you.
I wish I'd just stuck with the first one. And then I clicked it a few times after because I was like curious. And they kept giving me young people. And I was like, well, she's not going to like this.
I'm not that old.
I know, but you don't like to date young people. Well, not... that sounds weird. But
that's like... That's like over 5 years younger than me.
Yeah. Oh, and he's only 5 feet tall.
We can almost look into each other's eyes.
Well, that would be kind of cute. Yeah. His sharp, angular, dull eyes.
Okay, you remember
supposed to be hazel, but I think I did them more green.
You remember more than I do, though, because I don't remember how tall Chester was supposed to be.
Well, I know you generally go for the taller people and the older.
Well, no, 5 foot is like exactly my height, so I mean that's fine.
And you wouldn't have to look up.
It's all about personality, really.
Yeah,
but
it is. And
who knows? Maybe he would live longer because he's younger.
Okay. This is just a blind date.
Yeah, that's true. Here I am already envisioning a future. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, he has eyelashes. Okay.
I was trying to do eyelashes, and then I zoomed out. And they're not visible.
Oh. With Chester, I was like, yeah, he should have eyelashes, but with the droopy eyes that I got, I was like, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
He definitely has a, kind of a startled, like, appearance.
He's supposed to be contemplative. Not startled.
Maybe his just that's his contemplation face. It's just like very serious.
Yeah, I guess.
He does look a bit like, what am I doing here? He showed up to the blind date, saw me, and was like, "Oh heavens, what did I get myself into?"
No. No.
He looks good though.
Yeah, but he looks really young.
Well, I mean, 22 is young.
Okay, sure.
Tyrone Davenport. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think I made him red enough.
No,
I don't know.
He definitely has red tones coming through to me.
Yeah, the trench coat didn't really work. Because I was going to do like a cream color, like trench coat you'd think would be cream. Though there are black ones.
Yeah, I think of black ones, but I mean, there's a range.
I did cream and I was like, oh, that does not go good with your skin tone.
Well, we don't always dress for skin tone.
No.
That would be weird.
Of course not. That would be really weird. But I was like... Also, the background. I tried to do that to make his eyes look dull, and it didn't work.
His eyes look very, like...
startled. You got it with the startled.
Well, they look alive, too. They don't look dull, but that's okay. I mean, you had a really hard prompt.
So did you.
No, I think yours was harder.
You had droopy eyes.
You had, like... you had conflicting features.
A little bit.
Well, we ended up having blind dates for Valentine's Day, that's for sure.
Okay. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day. And let us know what you think about our blind dates. You could click that like button, leave us a comment.
Or join our community by subscribing.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah.
See you in the next video.
See you in the next video, guys. Bye.
Bye.